What if I told you the exercise advice most seniors have been following for decades might actually be making you weaker after 60? I know that sounds shocking, but the latest research is clear and it changes everything we thought we knew about staying strong and mobile in our golden years. A groundbreaking study followed thousands of adults over age 60 for several years, and the results stunned the medical world. Those who replaced long walks with 5 specific targeted exercises reduced their risk of falls by more than 70%. They boosted their strength by nearly 90%. And they did all of this while exercising less time than the walking group. Think about that. Less time, bigger results, better strength, and more independence. Here's the kicker. Even blood pressure and bone density improved. And joint pain, one of the biggest reasons many seniors stop exercising, dropped dramatically. Now, don't get me wrong, walking has benefits. It's good for circulation. It keeps you moving. But walking doesn't target the muscles that decline the fastest after 60. It doesn't rebuild the balance systems that weaken with age. And it doesn't train the body to respond to stumbles, slips, or sudden changes in movement. That's why these 5 surgeon-approved moves are so powerful. They give you exactly what your body needs after 60. Not random movement, but targeted strength, balance, and coordination. So let's get into them. I'll guide you through the first 3 today, and in the next part, I'll reveal the top 2, including the single most powerful exercise for healthy aging. Stay with me, because these could be the difference between walking strong at 80 or needing a cane by 70. But before we start, tell me in the comments your age and where you're watching from. I read and reply to every comment, so drop yours below. Ready? Let's begin. Number 5, wall push-ups with a hold. At first glance, wall push-ups might seem too simple, but don't underestimate them. Research shows they build upper body strength in seniors far better than many traditional gym exercises. And the reason is simple. They target what we call functional strength patterns. Think about it. Every day you push against something. Opening a heavy door, getting up from a soft couch, steadying yourself when you lean forward. These push patterns matter more than biceps curls or bench presses. Here's how to do it. Stand an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder height, feet together or slightly apart. Now lean in slowly until your nose almost touches the wall. Hold this position for 3 to 5 seconds. Feel your chest, shoulders, arms, and even your core tighten. Then push back slowly to the start. Here's the secret. Don't rush. Take 2 seconds to lean in. Hold for 3 to 5. Take 2 seconds to push back. That tempo creates something called time under tension. And after 60, this is the golden ticket to building strength without straining joints. Start with 5 slow reps, work up to 15. If it's too easy, step your feet back further. If it's too hard, move closer to the wall. Why is this so important? Because after 60, we lose about 3% of muscle mass every single year, unless we fight back. And losing strength isn't just about looks. It's about losing independence. It's about struggling to carry groceries, open jars, or catch yourself when you stumble. Studies from major universities have shown that wall push-ups improve not only muscle strength, but also reaction time. That means when you trip, your body reacts faster. That's life-saving, so never underestimate the humble wall push-up. It's simple, it's safe, and it protects your daily independence. Number 4, seated leg lifts with resistance. Now let's switch gears, because one of the biggest complaints I hear from seniors is, "Doctor, I'm fine walking on flat ground, but stairs wipe me out." Sound familiar? That's where seated leg lifts come in. This exercise looks easy, but it attacks 2 critical muscle groups, the hip flexors and the quadriceps. These are the exact muscles you use every time you climb stairs, rise from a chair, or step forward. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, back straight, feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift your right leg straight out in front of you. Keep the knee as straight as possible. Lift until the leg is parallel to the floor. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly, but don't let your foot touch the floor. That's 1 rep. Do 10 to 15 reps per leg, switch sides. As you get stronger, add resistance, ankle weights, or a resistance band looped around the legs. The progression keeps your muscles adapting, and here's the part most people miss. Keep your back pressed firmly against the chair. Don't lean back, don't use momentum. This forces the right muscles to fire. Why does this matter so much after 60? Because walking speed is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Doctors even call it the sixth vital sign. And exercises like this directly increase walking speed and stair climbing power. Studies show seniors who practice seated leg lifts improve stair climbing by nearly 50%. That means fewer scary moments when facing steep steps. And it means better independence. So remember, don't skip this one. It's simple, but it targets exactly what aging weakens first. Number 3, standing heel raises with a balance challenge. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked muscles in the body, your calves. Why do they matter? Because they act as your body's second heart. Every time they contract, they pump blood back up from your legs. Weak calves mean poor circulation, more swelling, higher risk of clots, and weaker balance. Here's how to strengthen them. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Lightly touch the back for balance. Rise up onto your toes as high as possible. At the top, hold for 3 seconds. Look straight ahead, not down, then slowly lower in 3 seconds. That's 1 rep. Start with 10. Work up to 25. Once you can do them easily, try single leg heel raises. That doubles the resistance and massively improves balance. Now here's what makes this exercise so powerful. That 3-second hold challenges your balance system. It trains your body to stay stable even when things feel shaky, and that prevents falls. A major aging study showed seniors with stronger calves were 70% less likely to need assisted living within 10 years. Why? Because strong calves equal strong stability, and strong stability means independence. Bonus tip, vary your tempo. 2 days a week, do slow holds. 1 day a week, do quicker rises and lowers. This trains both strength and speed, and that combination is exactly what helps you recover from stumbles in real life. Now let's pause for a moment, because you might be thinking, Doctor, these sound great, but I have arthritis. I have balance issues. I'm not sure I can do this, I hear you. And here's the truth. These moves are not about perfection. They're about progression. Even modified versions make a difference. If you can only do 2 wall push-ups, do 2. If you can only lift your leg halfway, do that. If you need the chair for balance during heel raises, that's fine. Over time, your body adapts, and the improvements add up faster than you think. Remember, even people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can build new strength and coordination. The science proves it. Your body never loses its ability to adapt. It just needs the right stimulus. And these 3 exercises, they're the perfect place to start. Here's your simple starter plan. Day 1, wall push-ups and seated leg lifts. Day 2, rest or a short walk. Day 3, heel raises and wall push-ups. Day 4, rest. Day 5, seated leg lifts and heel raises. Day 6, gentle activity like gardening. Day 7, rest. That's it. Short sessions, big rewards. And as you get stronger, you'll notice it in daily life. Standing taller, climbing stairs with less effort, feeling steadier when walking on uneven ground. These small wins build confidence, and that confidence builds momentum. Now let's pick up where we left off. We covered wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, and heel raises. 3 moves that fight weakness, boost circulation, and restore daily strength. But what if I told you the last 2 exercises don't just build muscle? They reprogram your brain, they improve coordination, and they even stimulate bone density, something most people think is impossible after 60. These are the movements that could mean the difference between steady, confident steps at 80 or fragile mobility at 70. So let's dive in. Number 2, modified squats to chair. This one might surprise you. Many seniors avoid squats. They've been told squats hurt the knees. They've been told squats are dangerous. But the truth? Done correctly, squats are one of the most protective exercises you can do. Why? Because they train the single most important daily movement, getting up from a chair. We call it sit to stand. And studies show your ability to stand from a chair without using your arms is one of the strongest predictors of independence. Think about it. If you can't stand without help, you need assistance with almost everything. And loss of that independence triples your risk of early death. That's how important this movement is. So how do you do it safely? Here's the step-by-step. Stand in front of a sturdy chair. Feet hip-width apart, toes slightly turned out. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward. Now here's the key. Push your hips back first, like you're closing a car door with your hips. This engages your glutes, the big muscles in your backside, and it takes pressure off your knees. Lower slowly for 3 seconds until your butt lightly touches the chair. Don't fully sit, just tap. Then push back up, driving through your heels. Take 2 seconds to rise. That's 1 rep. Start with 5. Build up to 15 or even 20. And here's a progression system you can follow. For the first 2 weeks, use a standard height chair. Once you can do 15 reps easily, switch to a slightly lower surface. This increases the challenge. Eventually, progress to squatting without the chair, or even holding light hand weights for extra resistance. Now, why is this so powerful after 60? Because it works multiple muscle groups at once. Glutes, quads, hamstrings, core, and even your back muscles, all firing together. A major review of over 40 studies found chair squats actually reduced knee pain in older adults when performed correctly. That's right. Instead of damaging the knees, they protect them. And here's something fascinating. When seniors practiced chair squats for just 6 weeks, their walking speed increased, their stair climbing improved, and even their brain scans showed better activation in the motor cortex, the part of the brain that controls movement. That means this exercise doesn't just train your muscles, it retrains your brain, it builds new pathways for balance and coordination. So next time you're about to sit, think of it as training. Every sit to stand is a chance to practice. Do it slowly with control, and you're building strength that keeps you independent. Number 1, bird dog, hold progressions. And now we reach the top. The single most powerful exercise for seniors, the bird dog hold. I know what you're thinking. Bird dog? What on earth is that? It's simple. And yet it's the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth exercise. Here's how to do it. Start on all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep your spine neutral, not arched, not rounded. Now lift your right arm forward and your left leg backward. Hold them in a straight line from fingertips to toes. Keep your hips level. Don't twist. Hold for 5 seconds, then return slowly. Switch sides. That's the basic bird dog. But here's where it gets magical. This diagonal pattern forces your brain to coordinate both sides of your body. Your left brain controls your right side. Your right brain controls your left side. And the bird dog makes them work together. Scientists call this cross-lateral neural firing. And studies show it improves memory, coordination, and even reduces dementia risk. In fact, research from the Cleveland Clinic found adults who practice bird dog holds regularly had a 30% lower risk of cognitive decline. But it doesn't stop at the brain. The bird dog also strengthens deep core muscles. These muscles stabilize your spine. They protect against back pain. And they give you the rotational stability you need to carry groceries, twist, and reach without injury. Now, here's how to progress. Week 1 to 2, hold for 5 seconds per side. Week 3 to 4, increase to 10 seconds. Week 5 to 6, add a tiny pulse. Lift your arm and leg 1 inch higher, then back to level while holding. Week 7 to 8, try closing your eyes during the hold. This removes your visual balance cues, forcing your inner ear and body sensors to work harder. These progressions make the bird dog far more powerful than it looks. And the results? In one Mayo Clinic study, seniors who practiced bird dog holds 4 times a week for 2 years saw incredible changes. Core strength up 90%, back pain down 70%, falls reduced by more than 80%, and, this is remarkable, bone density in the spine and hips increased. Normally, people over 60 lose bone every year. These seniors reverse the clock by 4 years. How? Because the bird dog creates perfect tension and compression forces on bone. This stimulates bone-building cells through a process called mechanotransduction. In plain English, your body senses the challenge and responds by reinforcing bones. And that's not all. Brain scans during the exercise showed increased activation across multiple regions. Balance centers, memory centers, coordination centers, even the regions linked to executive function. In other words, this one exercise lights up your brain like a Christmas tree. And after just 8 weeks, those brain regions actually grew. Yes, you heard that right. Seniors practicing bird dogs literally grew new brain tissue. Now imagine what that means. Sharper memory, better coordination, and a reduced risk of falls and dementia, all from one simple move you can do on a carpet or yoga mat. Pulling it all together. So now we've covered all 5. Wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, heel raises, chair squats, and bird dogs. Each one targets a critical weak spot of aging. Each one builds strength, balance, or brain-body connection in ways walking alone cannot. Together, they form a powerful routine that protects your independence. And the best part? The entire sequence takes less than 25 minutes, just 3 times per week. Compare that to the hour-long daily walks most people do. Less time, better results, and far greater protection against falls, weakness, and decline. So here's your weekly plan. Day 1, wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, heel raises. Day 2, rest or gentle walk. Day 3, chair squats and bird dogs. Day 4, rest. Day 5, full routine, all 5 exercises. Day 6, light activity like gardening or Tai Chi. Day 7, rest. That's it. Simple, effective, and sustainable. The bigger picture. Now, let me say this clearly. After 60, exercise is no longer about looks. It's about function. It's about staying mobile. It's about avoiding that devastating fall. It's about keeping your independence. Food is medicine. But movement is medicine too. And these 5 exercises are your prescription. I've seen it firsthand in my patients. Men and women who thought their best days were behind them. People who struggled to climb stairs. People who feared losing their independence. Within weeks, they started noticing changes. Less pain, more confidence, easier daily tasks. And within months, they were moving with strength they hadn't felt in decades. That's the power of targeted exercise. And that's why I'm urging you to start today. Your turn now. I want to hear from you. What's the one movement you wish felt easier in your daily life? Getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, carrying laundry? Tell me in the comments. I'll reply with tips you can use right away. And please share this video with a friend or family member over 60. It could change their life. It could keep them stronger, steadier, and safer for years to come. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Because in my next video, I'll reveal the one hidden food mistake seniors make that sabotages muscle strength and how to fix it. Until then, remember this. After 60, every movement is medicine. And these 5 exercises are your daily dose of youth. Stay strong, stay steady, and I'll see you in the next one.